Hey all, welcome back to Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. We are on to season 2. I know, right? Can you guys believe that? We did a whole year of this.
Happy New
Wow.
Year.
Happy New Year. So, for this episode, we wanted to talk a little bit about 2024, what our favorite memory was, obviously Disney memory, and what we were looking forward to the most in 2025. But there is some new promos out, so I'm going to leave that to our awesome travel agents, Jess and Jenny. Can you guys tell us about them?
There's a lot of great things happening right now. There's actually free dining. I don't have the dates right in front of me. I know booking is open until February 10th for the free dining. Maybe Jess, do you have the dates in front of you?
Yeah, it's for most arrivals, most dates starting May 27th through June 26th, and then again July 7th through August 6th.
I was actually kind of surprised it didn't go further into August
I was
and into September, unless they're planning on re-releasing. Yeah, August is really quiet, and late August, early September is super quiet, and usually it goes into then. But it's the same. Yeah, it's the same old story. Is it minimum 3 nights? You need 3-day park hopper.
Yes.
Moderate and value, get a free quick service dining plan. You can upgrade to the regular if you want and pay the difference. And then if you stay deluxe, you get the regular dining plan, which in some ways that can be a good value, because also staying at deluxe, you get the extended evening hours at Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, because we never know. They only really release the hours like 2 months out in advance. So we never really know if that's going to continue, but usually they'll announce if they stop it. And then there's a room discount too, which actually I think does go later into August. Do you have that?
There's a room discount that goes actually through the end of September.
Yes, there. I'm really surprised the free dining, but I knew years ago. So when I first started being a travel agent 8 years ago and free dining came out, it was like, take a personal day off of school, because I also teach. It was be ready to be on. They have really cleaned up their booking website and our portal, because back then it was literally like it would be down all day. So you would call right as soon as the phone's open, 6-7 hour wait. They would usually give you a limit of how long you could be on there. You'd have everybody's in front of you go through all of them. And I mean, it was like 3 months. It was pretty broad. And even then, I'm like, it was impossible as a travel agent not impossible, but it was days of work. And I knew that because so many people were taking advantage of it, like that Disney was going to start scaling it back and limiting that. Will say I'm a bit surprised they're still doing it. I'm really glad they're still doing it, but I'm surprised. So every year when they do the free dining, I'm like, because it is a really great opportunity for you to try the dining plan if you've never tried it. But also, Litterini Travel, me and Jess have another promo, because usually can't stack promos. This one, well, it's not really a promo. Well, it's a promo, but anyone who books a minimum 3-night vacation with tickets through me or Jess or your favorite Litterini Travel agent, whoever you're used to working with, anyone who books a Walt Disney World or Disneyland package in the month of January, because it is Litterini Travel's 10th anniversary this year, every month we're going to do a giveaway. So anyone who books Walt Disney World or Disneyland this month gets entered into a drawing at the end of the month. Whoever name gets picked gets $500 off their trip.
Wow.
And that goes with the free dining. So it's a really great month to book. Even if you book, you don't win the $500. Any of it, you can always cancel and get your refund of your deposit up to 30 days before travel, which is before your travel date. So we can get the refund. So I know, Jess, did you say you had some things about the dining plan you were kind of wanting to share, or?
I think there's misconceptions, like when I've been talking to people who are like casual Disney followers and they're like, oh, it's free dining now. People have this sense that means all Disney trips that are booked or even all of them this summer or whatever, like just get free dining. And that's not really how Disney does their promos. Even their room only promos are never that like blanket.
It's not blanket.
It's almost like Disney has decided, okay, at Wilderness Lodge, we've set aside 15 rooms, you know, that are resort
for these
rooms that on these specific dates that get that promo. And so it's like,
I mean, they're definitely using it to fill rooms where they want rooms filled.
Yeah. And when those 15 rooms on those dates are done, there's no more free dining in that location. And we don't know, right? Like we can't see until we go in and poke around and look.
Nope.
So I think if you're interested in free dining, or any of the promos, like a little bit of flexibility is good. And we'll make suggestions, and I've had clients where like we have them booked somewhere and then a promo comes out and I sort of know what from talking, right? Like I know what they're after. And so I've moved resorts for people because I've found like, oh, you can stay deluxe, but if you move from the Poly over to Boardwalk, you can save $1,500 and get like a comparable room or whatever. And so we'll do that, you know, once that's part of, I think, the value, right, of like working with a good travel advisor is like, we get to know what you're after. Mm-hmm. And if you're a little bit flexible, we'll sort of propose some options that I'm an optimizer, I'm a tinkerer. And and I won't just change things, obviously, but I will go to you with some options. And like when free dining came out, I had a client booked beyond the free dining promo in August, and there were comparable dates, you know, within the free dining. And so I brought that to her, but she ended up room only was a better deal and we saved a bunch of money. And she ended up adding on the dining plan with the savings from the room only that basically paid for her to get the dining plan. So it worked out. And we can work with you when there are multiple promos like this. Like you guys don't need to know which one you want. Like just, we want to hear what do you want in a vacation, and then we can help you figure out like the way to get to that vision. Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely. So reach out.
I have a question. So people like me that are going to be renting some DVC points, I take it you can't take advantage of that. So
No.
DVC people can't in general?
Nope. In general, yeah. Yeah. So, and our next stay later this month as a family is DVC, and it's a whole different thing. You are at Walt Disney World, you are in a deluxe resort, but it's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm usually all up your guys' tushies to find me promos. And now for that one, I don't, because I went off on my own.
But on your DVC stays, whether you are an owner or renting points or whatever, if you stay DVC, you can book a bounce back offer. So reach out to us if you know, like, I'm staying DVC in January, but then in August, I want to go and do a cash stay at a different resort. You can book a bounce back rate.
Nice.
So whenever you're checking out, talk to your travel agent within 7 days of your checkout so you can get that deposit down for your next trip. It is the best deal. And I have felt very validated about those bounce back offers lately, because as promos have come out, I've checked people's rates, and a bounce back that they've booked is still beating even the AP rates when they come out.
That happened with mine for February.
And I had another one in May, the same thing, like even other promos that are coming out that are really good promos, their bounce back still beating it. So it's validating. I would rather be able to like message people and say, hey, we're saving you some more money, but it is validating to know that they've got a really good rate. So,
and I've had a lot of clients taking advantage of the bounce back rates. I think this year I've booked more bounce back than I ever have in the past. And it really is just a nice deep discount. And like Jess said, we'll still check the new promos for you. I've not found one that beats the bounce back so far. They're deep discounts.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, we can do your military rates too. I get so many, and I know this is like kind of off what we're talking about, but it just reminds me because so many military members think they only have the option of staying at like Shades of Green, which I've stayed at, which is wonderful. When my husband was in the Air National Guard, we stayed there and I really liked it, but there were some cons that didn't make it as convenient as staying at as an actual Disney resort. And I think a lot of military members think it's shades of green or I'm paying rack rate, and that is not the case. I will say military members probably can get up to 40% off rooms. You get half off Memory Maker. You can get the discounted tickets through your base, but we can help you with the room. So if you have your eye on like a Polynesian or even like something like that, reach out to us because we will call and get those rates for you. And often they're even better than shades of green, and the perks that you get by staying at a Disney resort like beat that. And because I'm on this soapbox, Florida residents and annual pass holders, we can also book your rooms, get you ticketless packages with the dining plan. We can work with everybody. So anything that you can book with Disney, you can book with us. Just get.
Again, if you've been listening to us, I am not the travel agent out of the group, but I use these ladies all the time. And I love it because I don't pay like I used, or well, not that I used to pay that much, but like they find all the deals. You know, someone was actually telling my husband or asking, like, how do I go to Disney all the time? I'm like, are we rich? But we're not. I just have really good travel agent friends, right? The trip I went to in August because I learned about Southwest and the companion pass, and I have the Disney Visa card and sharing a room. Like that cost me $200 to go to Disney. Obviously, I had the annual pass too, so like I wasn't buying park tickets, but like $200 for the Disney stay. And I don't know, how long were we there, Jess? Like 3 days, maybe? Yeah, $200 for 3 days in Disney. Done.
Can't beat it.
I know. That was my piece of that soapbox. So let's rewind a little bit and go back and talk about 2024, because that was a big Disney year for all of us. One, we started this podcast, and I know, 1 year, and weekly I get to see you guys.
It's crazy to think about it, that we've been doing it a year. It really doesn't feel like it's been that long. And yes, thanks to everybody who has listened, our few subscribers and who keep tuning in. We are committed. We are there for the quality, and we're going to keep getting better.
And obviously, if you're joining us on YouTube, that's like new for us, and it's already going pretty well. I think we're up to 100 subscribers just in the month, so that's good.
1 million by 2026. I'm just going to put that out to the universe. Listen, I get what I want when I put it out there.
Okay, Jenny, I'm liking this. Just put it out there. 1 million viewers.
Gonna happen.
Or subscribers.
1 million.
Okay. It could. I like optimism. And obviously, people tune in to see what fashion pieces we will be wearing today.
I think we should do. I was saying with Mary Beth, like, comment on our video what you want to see, because like we could do some while we talk about Disney. We could do some get ready with me, or
I know I do have some
get really ready with me and do our skincare. Like, this is what I watch, and this
I want a packing video.
Packing video.
This is the extent of my skincare. You have to moisturize, you know. Well, so yes, comment. It would be great. So for 2024, the year that has passed us, Jess, why don't we start with you? What was your favorite Disney memory?
Oh,
I know
man.
you had a lot.
I went to Disney 4 times. It's ridiculous. Walt Disney World in Florida 4 times.
No, it's not.
It was a lot. It was a big. It was a really big one. And I'll be back pretty soon, but that'll be the end of my annual pass. I will have gotten 5 trips out of this annual pass, which is a record for me. I think in the past, like 2 or 3 maybe, but 5 is a lot. 5 is a lot. Favorite memories? I don't know. I just really enjoyed going to Disney with a lot of different people. I went to Disney with like this past year. I got to go with both of my parents, like both of my biological parents, and like almost all of my parents. We were down one person didn't make it, but 3 of my 4 parents. made it to Disney with me and a bunch of friends.
Can you clarify that? Because it sounds kind of dismal. Three of my four parents,
just didn't come. Just my mom's partner didn't go to Disney when the time she went. No, he's well. He just chose not to go to Disney. Yeah, but I got to go. We started the year out with my dad and my stepmom and good friends of ours, their family, and we did a big trip and did the dessert party for the first time. That was super fun. We did Bippity Boppity Boutique for the first time, like just good stuff. Family, lots of family pictures. And I get to stay at a few new resorts this past year.
Name them.
So first time at Caribbean Beach, which I have already booked out again for later in 2025. First time at French Quarter, which I will get back to. I want to go back. They're redoing the rooms and I want to check out the new rooms. And first time at Coronado Springs. We were in the tower. Mm-hmm. So some new resorts.
So what do you have left for moderates then? Have you stayed at French Quarter?
Just Riverside.
Okay.
I haven't done Riverside.
Is that your only one that you haven't done for moderates?
For moderates, yeah.
Me too.
Oh, fun. Let's go.
I think I've stayed at all the moderates, but
I've stayed
this
at
will be my
all
first
the
time
values.
Yeah. I think I've stayed at all the values now.
I still need the cabins at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, I haven't done Fort Wilderness.
And I need
the cabins
Riverside
1 year.
And I need Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then I'm...
Mm-hmm. I've stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I haven't done Saratoga or Old Key West.
Saratoga's great.
I'll get there.
I always joke that the rooms are huge.
I know. I really want to stay there. It's just the lack of additional transportation that keeps it down for me. But the thing is, we always have a car for our family trips, so we'll stay there. We'll get there. We're very loyal. We're very loyal to our Wilderness Lodge. But on our next trip, we'll talk about it more. But we're staying at Boulder Ridge this next time, and that'll be new because I've only stayed in the main building. I've stayed on the hotel side in Copper Creek, but I've never stayed in Boulder Ridge. I was listening to another podcast and I was thinking about a Disney memory today. Our Capture Your Moment session in April was amazing. My husband wasn't able to be there, so it was just the kids and I, and that is the one downside because this cast member was fantastic and I love the pictures. I am the biggest fan of Capture Your Moment. I think you should do it before they raise the price because I think $99 is a steal for photos.
When are they raising the price?
Just whenever they realize that it's worth more than $99 because it is. And I don't want them to raise the price, but it is underpriced in my opinion. Like what you pay for a photo, I've said it too many times on this. It's like boring. I know. It's just the truth. I don't want to like scare people, but every time I go, I'm booking them because I'm just like, this is such a good deal.
Mandy,
you pay like $300 for family photos at home, and it's
or
like
more
20
if you're doing like Mandy Litterini, our agency owner, has twins who are seniors, and she did that and got their senior pictures done because they obviously have been grown up at the Walt Disney World parks, so it's a big part of their life. But I guess you're paying for the vacation there, but like they go all the time, so it was like which my daughter's senior pictures were the best. I'm going to give a shout out to Lauren Grugel and Nicolette Terry. Lauren Grugel was our photographer. If you're here in Plattsburgh, she's amazing. And Nicolette Terry did hair and makeup, and she's amazing. And I love them. I love our senior pictures. But if like the fact that they went and did for $100, got both her twin senior pictures done, and they were amazing. And in the parks, really, really cool.
I'm just obsessed with it as a multi-generational trip add-on too. Like, I think it's a really nice opportunity if you're traveling. I know a lot of people like go grandparents, parents, and grandchildren, and it's a really nice way to get some family photos in pretty setting. And as long as it's not super hot summertime and you're melting, then they're not as nice. But yeah, those are kind of my big... and just like getting to go with friends, like getting to go with you and Jake this summer was fun. And then with Jess, like, I feel like it just was a really good Disney year.
Definitely. What about you, Jenny?
I had a great Disney year too. So we only did Walt Disney World twice this year, which, okay, I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. Okay, I understand like that was amazing. I should go twice. And we did Disneyland once. I have a good memory from each trip, so I'm going to share it. So at our first Walt Disney World trip back in February, my favorite memory was my nieces actually came and stayed with us and my sister, and them showing up and seeing the Wilderness Lodge and like walking in, and just that first evening they were there, being out at the main pool at the Wilderness Lodge, and like the guys are shooting, you can hear Happily Ever After playing, and we're just sitting there having drinks, and it's a beautiful Florida evening, like awesome. And then when I went back at the end of May with my daughter Gracie and her best friend Maddie and my best friend Jess Willette, and it was a great trip. Anyway, there's so many memories I'm just picking out, but Gracie dressed up as the Cheshire Cat and Maddie dressed up as the White Rabbit. And as we were getting pictures by the teacups, who shows up but the Mad Hatter and Alice, and they invited Maddie and Gracie to ride the teacups with them. So they got to actually ride the teacups with the Mad Hatter and Alice, which was really cool.
That's
and then
amazing.
The photo pass photographer just took like tons of pictures, and it was so cool. And then when we were at Disneyland, probably my favorite memory, even though it was all amazing because I had been before, but it was my family's first time ever going. And my kids are big Walt Disney World people. So, and them going and loving it and just like riding the Matterhorn at night. But I think probably one of my favorite memories is doing the Walt's Main Street Story tour and going into Walt's apartment.
It's awesome.
Top tier Waltness.
Those tours are so good.
Oh, yes. Oh, and I wanted to share with you too, I do have a friend who has done several tours that is interested in coming on the podcast to talk about them. Lots of Walt Disney World. Pretty much all the Walt Disney World tours that they offer, they've completed.
Okay, yeah, we need this person.
Because tours are a great add-on, especially if you go a lot and there's just a lot of good history. And I want to go in the I don't know if I want to go in the tunnels, but I do.
I want to go on the tunnels. I want to.
It's the Walt tour that you went on, Jenny, you do go backstage like that little bit to go into the, like, I just even remember that image is seared into my mind a little bit.
Cool.
Like, you can kind of like see the back
and you
of
see
Jungle
the cast
Cruise.
members going like right behind the fire station. Because Jess, I know you've done this tour as well, right behind the fire station. And the coolest story that our guide shared with us is that Walt once got a call because right behind his apartment is actually the Jungle Cruise runs. And you can't see it from behind his apartment. It's all, trees and things. But Walt got a call from one of the cast members once when he was alive because his grandchildren were playing in the back and were like jumping out and scaring and saying boo at the people on the Jungle Cruise as they were going.
Love that.
It's so cool. But yeah, that was backstage. And just imagining, because like they also shared that like he had his little car. And when the park closed, him and his grandkids would get in his car and just drive all around Disneyland and enjoy the parks. Like, can you imagine?
So cool.
There's a heaven. That's what I want to do. Take a ride around Disneyland with Walt in his car. That would be. I worked very hard.
Very much a dream.
To stay nice.
What about you, Mary Beth?
Well, I was thinking about my trip during the hurricane. I was so worried about going, and it ended up being such a great trip because my cousin Jessica went to Disney. Like, she went when she was in high school, but this was like first time she wanted to do everything that we could possibly do, and like I felt like we did it all. Like, we rope dropped, we were there till the end, and we rode out a hurricane and went to hurricane parties. I didn't know Disney was going to be that much fun during a hurricane. We got to meet all sorts of characters. So that was awesome. And then I also want to say, though, that this last trip that I took with Jess in December was one of my favorites for a different reason. Like, we did everything you could do Christmas. So we hit Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We hit Jollywood Nights. We did Festival of the Holidays. We got to watch the Candlelight Processional. We tried different foods. We got to stay in the tower over at Coronado Springs. Like, I felt like that was another trip that I did everything that I would have wanted to do. And that makes me sad. I will probably not be going back in December, though I feel like I want to.
There's always 2026.
There is 2026.
Great memories.
Get there again. So that means now we're looking forward to 2025. And obviously, one of our things we're looking forward to is a great podcast and YouTube channel. But what are you guys looking forward to Disney-wise? Jenny, why don't we start with you this time?
Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, which I go to next month.
It's wild.
Oh, that's next month?
February break.
Oh.
We
What
actually
is the
spent our
February break
entire
in
day
New York?
yesterday kind of just like doing all the Japan things, like basically how do we bring our medication into the country. Like, I will be so ready to help anybody that wants to go to Tokyo Disney or Japan in general, but just like medications, making sure like we're good with food allergies, stuff like that, planning. I'm still not even 100% sure everything I'm getting in my Disney pack. We got the VIP, so we get little bracelet when we check in, and when we're in the parks, we can just ride in their like express line as many times as we want, whenever we want.
Nice.
I really want to splurge on that because, to be honest, first off, this trip isn't as expensive as you would think. With this deluxe Disney package, flights in our other hotel, which is a 4-bedroom apartment hotel, it's called, and it's got a real Western bathroom and kitchen and all that stuff. $2,800 per person. But that's
wow.
And I know that sounds like, well, that's a lot, but I'm going to Japan.
Right.
Yeah, for all you're
And that's
getting?
with the deluxe VIP package. I'm staying 2 nights at the Disneyland Hotel, 2 park days. They don't do hoppers, I don't think, but we weren't going to hop. We just are going to like focus on 1 park a day. Disneyland Hotel, which is not even like a value hotel for them. It's one of their nicer hotels. We have the unlimited express, not express. I don't even know what they call it over there yet. I'll figure when I go live it. We get to skip the line and schedule a character meet and greet. We get free breakfast every morning. We get unlimited drinks, non-alcoholic drinks when we're in the park, whatever we want. We have a little card that says, so if we want anything that's non-alcoholic, we can get it unlimited. We each get a souvenir popcorn bucket with free refills in the park. So it's really like, I was just like, my thing is I don't know when I'm going to go back to Japan. And if I go back, am I going to go to Tokyo or are we going to go to a different part? So I really wanted us to be able to go and not only do all the rides, but not spend the whole day just waiting in line to do the rides. I want to see the parks too. So this was just the best way. But that, when I say, and I'm not like about the money, but $2,800 per person includes the $1,200 per person Disney price we're paying for the 2 days, which I know sounds ridiculous. We actually paid more to stay in the Star Wars hotel, but there's certain things that I do see value in, and I will always pay more if I do not have to stand in line. And this is a very special occasion. But yeah, we have direct flights out of Montreal, and that also includes our private transportation, picking us up at the airport, bringing us to our first hotel, and picking us up at that first hotel, bringing us to the Disneyland Hotel, and then picking us up at Disneyland Hotel and that's a private car for 7 of us with all our luggage. Like, it's very, very reasonable there. Like, even the food prices and everything. I'm nervous. I'm excited. It's going to be amazing, but I will be given the entire rundown with visuals.
When do you go?
When we get
What's the dates?
We leave February 16th. And we check into Disneyland on the 21st.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
February 21st.
Oh, so I will be in Disney World and you will be in Disneyland.
That's
You
cool.
know, at the same time.
So I just want to put out there, because of so I was at Disney World and did all 4 parks at the end of May. Disneyland this summer and now Tokyo Disney. I will have seen 8 different Disney parks in the world in under a year.
That's cool.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. And then I'll just have Paris and then Hong Kong and Shanghai.
Love it. Well, Jess, what are you looking forward to?
I'm going on a Disney cruise in August.
You're going to...
So I'm very excited about that. That's been on my mind a lot the last couple days. I have a little bit of Disney anxiety because I only have this January trip planned until December. So I guess I have 2 trips planned this year, but like, I don't know. I'm coming down off the 2024 high a little bit. Like Disney-wise, things I'm excited about in the Disney parks and why I kind of think I need to squeeze in a quick trip somewhere is the nighttime parade at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited about that. I think I'm just like, even getting more information about that and some of the previews and things I'll be really excited about. I will want to go see that. And I don't know that I can leave that to the December, like big family trip, given all the holiday stuff. So I might have to go down for that. But yeah, the big thing right now is doing Disney Cruise Line with my kids and my husband. And then I am excited about the December trip where we're doing like a cousin, great grandma, like big family trip. But those are the things. There's not much. I'm also getting an itch to go to Disneyland. I'm looking to see if my husband's hearing that. I don't know that it'll happen because we have a lot of other stuff going on, but I'm getting an itch to go to Disneyland. It's been, I don't know, it's on the horizon. But the nighttime parade is like the big Walt Disney World thing that we know about that's opening this year that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
I love it. Well, for me, I have 2 trips coming up where the main focus is Run Disney. So I'm kind of excited getting back into a Run Disney lifestyle. So hard to train with 2 kids and crazy schedule, but I'm excited because we have the Princess half coming up in February and then the Springtime Surprise in April. I gotta get together some outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get some outfits. You know, Princess Run is much easier. I don't know what princess. I'm always Ariel. I should probably do something else.
Do something different.
Yeah. You would think that I would have red hair, but I don't. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And, you know, comment below if, tell us what you're looking forward to. Maybe we can add that in. All right, take us away, Jess.
Are we done? We're done.
We're done.
Oh, man.
I know.
was just getting warmed up. I want to talk about Disney World. Well, thanks for joining us, especially folks on YouTube. How do you like my lighting? Santa brought me some new tech for Christmas. And I just watched Wicked twice in like 3 days. So I'm really wanting to like flip my hair here today. Yes, I have a lot of practicing to do. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with us. Come back next week. We're going to talk about my trip coming up, and we'll see you soon. And share this, please. If you aren't subscribed, we need the subscribers to fulfill Jenny's dream of 1 million subscribers.
1 million. You can even see my poor little crooked dinky.
It is crooked.
Are we showing our age?
No, that was born like
yeah,
this.
do kids know this joke, the 1 million?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Youth.
But please, take pity on my pinky.
Well, and also check out our website, www.mouseearsandmagicalchats.com. There you can find links to Jenny and Jess if you want to book a trip or get a quote. You can find a link to these lovely ears if you want.
Mm-hmm. She does customs. I want to shout out my customs. I've been doing these custom orders. A thing I didn't realize is not all the fabrics can be on the internet. So if you have something you like, reach out to my girl because we got the customs happening. This is my dog, Doug.
Yes, these are actually going to her too. Do you see the sparkle?
I love those. They're giving Spaceship Earth, and I'm excited about them.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a special little hidden Mickey.
I love it.
And now, all right. So join us next week and find out all about Jess's trip. Bye.